things that people, also youngsters like you, should understand is that building up your knowledge and building up your information is not anybody else's responsibility. It is your own responsibility. It's my thought and belief that every student, or at least students who are really interested in doing something for themselves, should have a startup in college. Okay, successful ho na ho, that's not at all the criteria. The criteria is to have thought of a business idea.
So like, e-pharmacy is coming in India. Like pharmacy is acquiring a company, and Reliance is also investing in a company, or Tata is acquiring 67% stake in the 1mg. So, sir, what's your thoughts on the emerging startups and the e-pharmacy world?
So I think e-pharmacies is a logical next step, right? So the e-pharmacies are about is all about strengthening distribution. And for decades, the weakest part of the pharmaceutical industry was the distribution, because the amount of value that is locked in into the current distribution system is about 30 to 35%. Okay, we give 10% to wholesalers and 20% to chemists, so that's 30%, and then there is 2.5 3%. The rest of the 5% is basically to super stockists and other warehouse agents and all of that. So about 30-35% of value is locked in a distribution system. Now this sort of a inefficient distribution system needs disruption. If there was a way in which you could get medicine straight from factory to pharmacy, okay, it would have unlocked a lot of value, about 35% of value. Of course, this was not possible without dismantling or kind of doing away with the existing distribution system, which is through the stockists and the or the wholesalers and the retailers. Okay, so that will continue, but there is a need for us to be able to distribute more efficiently. Alongside more efficient distribution, there are other things that can be done using a technology platform. And I think therefore e-pharmacies become an interesting part of the whole game. The idea is that e-pharmacies are not only distributing agents. Okay, they have technology based product. It's a platform, right? And a platform works when they are able to get as many uh, supply side people as they can create more demand. So if there are many companies that are coming onto that platform, the customer sees greater value in coming to that onto that platform. So that explains, if you look at the way Amazon is built, right? Anything that you want is available on Amazon. Okay, Reliance is trying to do that. Tata is trying to do that through the super app system, right? And therefore, e-pharmacies are also trying to do this. They are trying to become better than mere distributors. So their role is not as a substitute to the existing distributors who are your wholesalers and your retailers, but these are people who will give you medicines alongside many other things. So if you take the case of 1mg, okay, 1mg is probably seeing about 35 or 40% of its revenue coming from selling medicines. Okay, a larger part of their revenue comes from drug information, disease information, doctor consults, insurance buying, disease management programs, and so on and so forth, which can be done. So therefore, if I am a customer of 1mg, I don't go to 1mg only to buy medicine. I go to 1mg because I get a lot of things other than medicine. Now in pharma, this is called a beyond the pill strategy. Okay, where you understand that the pill is not the only thing that appeals to a customer. Okay, अगर आप बीमार हो या आप हेल्थ केयर के कंज्यूमर हो, तो आपको सिर्फ दवाई नहीं चाहिए. आपको बहुत ज़्यादा, you need information, you need a lot of other things. You need insurance, you need doctor, you need nurse, you probably need a patient concierge, you need so many different kinds of services. तो ये सारे सर्विसेज आपको एक डॉक्टर के क्लिनिक में नहीं मिलते हैं, या अगर आप हॉस्पिटल में जाओगे तो आपको इट अपीयर्स एक्सपेंसिव. ओके, तो अगर आपको लीलावती में करवाना है या और कोई टर्शरी केयर हॉस्पिटल में करवाना होगा तो थोड़ा सा महंगा लग जाता है. But because these platforms are digitally distributing this system, which in marketing terms is called dematerialization of goods and services. तो जो फार्मेसी पहले आपको ब्रिक एंड मॉर्टर वाला दुकान होता था, ईंट पत्थर वाला दुकान, वो अभी आपको इंटरनेट पे अवेलेबल है। आपको पहले अगर डायग्नोस्टिक्स करने के लिए कोई सबर्बन में या डॉक्टर लाल पैथ लैब में या कहीं आपको डायग्नोस्टिक सेंटर में जाना पड़ता था, वो सब आपको आज एक ऐप के थ्रू आप कर सकते हो आपके मोबाइल फोन के ऊपर। ओके, आप ईसीजी ले सकते हो, आप ग्लूकोज मॉनिटर कर सकते हो, आपके ब्लड प्रेशर को मॉनिटर कर सकते हो, आपका SpO2 आप देख सकते हो। So there are a lot of health vitals which you can see on an app or on this one, which is all connected via the internet to hospitals or doctors. Okay, so dematerialization of services is giving an opportunity for this area to develop into not just a distributor of medicine but a whole host of to create something called as a health ecosystem. Okay, and that's what you will see a Reliance doing, that is what you will see a Tata doing, that is why you see many conglomerates like this. And if an Amazon comes in, and I'm sure it will come in, it's not going to be just a distributor, it's going to be a ecosystem of, or it's a platform based economy, right? And the rules of the platform based economy are, as many service providers who get registered on the platform, the number of customers on that platform increases, right? So it's all about collaborations, it's all about bringing various businesses together to serve. So again, it's not a patient that we serve, it's a human being that we serve, right? So agar aapko, you need anything from a matchbox to medicine to a Maybach, okay, a car of that, everything will be available on these platforms, right? And that's the future of this. So I think more and more startups coming into this area, e-pharmacies, digital health companies, are all going to use technology to do like what I said at the beginning of the program: serve at scale. Okay, that's what digital marketing is all about. It is about serving, and it is about serving at huge scale. This is what a neighborhood pharmacy will not be able to do.
Really great to know. So since we're
Yes.
talking about startups, you also have your own startup, ARK's Knowledge Consultancy. And we are so keen to know about this, like what is services you provide and why you actually shifted your profile from job to business.
Yeah.
What were the motives and
So no,
expectations?
so I am not my company. I would not look at that as a startup, because I don't produce anything, right? So I am basically a consulting, one person consulting firm. Of course, I have investments in a few startups which are in the technology area, but ARCS is essentially about helping pharma companies. I specifically say pharma because that has been my domain of expertise. I really don't know anything outside of pharma. So the vision with which I built ARCS is to help pharma companies navigate through the digital economy. Okay, because the digital economy is not something that pharma understands instinctively, and therefore there will be some way in which I may be able to help. So that is the objective. The way I do this is essentially through three large pillars. Okay, so the first one is to train and build capacity or build capability. Help marketing people to think slightly differently, because the digital economy is very different from the offline economy. So your thinking has to be different. Customer preferences are very, very important in an online economy. Thinking about a customer. So I do workshops, I do training programs. Now in the last 2 years, I've been doing this on Zoom. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is then I do something called as digital brand coaching, which is essentially working with marketing teams that are thinking about digital and helping them to see that digital is not important. The strategy is important. Only when you get your brand strategy right, then you think about technology. Okay, and technology comes last. So you don't start thinking digital and then build a brand strategy. You build a brand strategy and look at areas where technology can help you to do it better. Right. So I help in that way. And the third thing is, some of my clients, they request me to help them with the execution also. So I have a collaboration of companies, in the sense that I know a lot of people who have started very exciting companies in this area: multi-channel, big data, social selling, digital therapeutics, and so on and so forth. So I try and help them to get business in the pharma world. So I there's a client who needs the product, and there's somebody I know who makes the product. So I kind of bring them together. So in a nutshell, this is what ARCS Knowledge Consulting does.
ओके सर सर जैसे एजुकेशन की बात हुई और द ग्रेजुएट्स आर फार्मा ग्रेजुएट्स आर रीडिंग अबाउट द R&D, रीडिंग अबाउट द फार्माकोलॉजी and something about the pharmaceutical management in their last semester. Okay, sir. Sir, but what are the skills that need for the digital marketing during their college journey, sir? कि college journey के दौरान उनको कैसे skills better करें वो, और जो उनको help करें in the company perspective, also in the industry perspective, especially for digital marketing.
What
Academics.
Apart,
हाँ नहीं, so देखो, at your age I think you guys need to do one or two things. One is that you need to experiment, okay, because you are too young to have made up your minds about what is something that you're going to do for the next 40-50 years of your life. ठीक है, आपने सब कुछ एक्सपीरियंस नहीं किया है अभी तक, तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि आप कोई फील्ड में चले जाओ और 2-3 साल के बाद में आपको ऐसा लगे कि यार ये मेरे लिए नहीं है, दिस इज नॉट द राइट थिंग फॉर मी, मे बी आई शुड डू समथिंग डिफरेंट. तो उसमें क्या होता है कि अगर आप तब तक ग्रेजुएट कर चुके हो और आप फुल टाइम जॉब में हो, मान लीजिए आपने सेल्स में कोई रोल ले लिया और उसको आपको लग रहा है कि सेल्स यार मजा नहीं आ रहा है मेरे को, यार ये क्या धूप में घूमना पड़ता है, डॉक्टर इज्जत नहीं देता है, ऑल दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, यू नो, सो लॉट ऑफ पीपल गेट डिसइल्यूजन. एमबीए कर लिया मैंने, एमबीए के बाद मैं सेल्स क्यों करूंगा, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ. So sales and marketing is one area where you can think about creating this one. So I think there are many more areas which you need to experience. Okay, so I would say that use your student years. तो एक तो जैसे आपने बोला एकेडमिक्स है, वहां पे तो आपको कोई लीवे नहीं है, आपको पढ़ना ही है, जिस दिन टेस्ट है वो टेस्ट लिखना है, जिस दिन आपको पढ़ाई करनी है या प्रोजेक्ट सबमिट करना है वो करना है. लेकिन जब फ्री टाइम मिलेगा आप इंडस्ट्री के बारे में आप रिसर्च कीजिए, आप लोगों के साथ इंटरेक्ट कीजिए. ओके, फाइंड पीपल फ्रॉम डिफरेंट वॉक्स ऑफ लाइफ in the pharmaceutical industry and try and understand what are the different roles that are available, what are the different things that the industry does. So I think experimenting is a very important part of it. Okay, so go broad, don't go deep, go broad, so that you understand and evaluate a lot of different things. The second thing and the most important thing, which I think is a very important part that is missing in academics and student life today, is the ability to think critically. Okay, analysis, understanding how to map certain opportunities. अगर आपको कोई आइडिया आ गया, okay, some idea comes, आप कैंटीन में बैठे हो दोस्तों के साथ में, आपने बोला अरे यार ये बहुत बहुत बड़ा अनमेट नीड है, ये अनमेट नीड में शायद अपने को कोई बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल सकता है, तो ट्राई करते हैं. अभी most of the people who I work with, startup founders, they do not have the ability to take their idea and build a profitable business out of it. Okay, and that is why is that? That's because you're not taught critical thinking, you're not taught business thinking, you're not taught economics. Okay, these are very important things, in very important life skills that you should have. How do I take an idea and how do I create this into a profitable business? Writing a business plan, building or something. You don't have to, you know, it doesn't have to be McKinsey level information. It can be very simple, written on a single sheet of paper. But when you write it down, when you make a plan, it crystallizes a lot of your thoughts. It helps to build more on the ideas that you have. Otherwise, yeah, ideas are very airy fairy. आपने आज सोच लिया, अगर आपने वो नोट डाउन नहीं किया, जॉट डाउन नहीं किया, अगर आप सीरियसली उस पर काम नहीं कर रहे हो, it will come out that you become a factory of ideas. And I've seen a lot of people who are like this, very creative guys. हर मंडे को नया आइडिया आता है, क्योंकि या हर ट्यूसडे को कुछ और सोचते हैं, मंडे को कुछ बोलेंगे, ट्यूसडे को बिल्कुल कुछ और बोलेंगे, वेडनेसडे को कुछ और. सो इसमें क्या होता है, आप the intellectual stimulation that you get when you discuss new ideas is great, but the fact is it doesn't take you in anywhere. आप किसी एक आइडिया पे आप शॉर्टलिस्ट करके उस आइडिया पे अगर आप काम करो, मेहनत करो, तो उसका कुछ बन सकता है ना. एंड दिस इज द एज वेयर यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ एनर्जी, यू हैव अ लॉट ऑफ स्टैमिना, कि आप एकेडमिक्स भी मैनेज कर सकते हो, आप एक स्टार्टअप भी मैनेज कर सकते हो. So, you know, there are, it's my thought and belief that every student, or at least students who are really interested in doing something for themselves, should have a startup in college. Okay, successful ho na ho, that's not at all the criteria. The criteria is to have thought of a business idea, to have thought of, and how does a business idea come? A business idea is basically an unmet need in the market. आप देख रहे हो कि कंज्यूमर को कुछ चाहिए और जो एग्जिस्टिंग प्लेयर्स है वो दे नहीं पा रहे, ठीक है, और यू थिंक दैट आई कैन डू इट बेटर. ओके, तो अगर आप उसको एक्सप्लोर करोगे, कोई रेडिकली इनोवेटिव आइडिया तो बहुत कम लोगों को आता है, तो आप जो नोटिस करते हो आपके आजू बाजू में जो कोई प्रॉब्लम है या कुछ हो रहा है, तो उसमें आपको आइडिया नजर आता है, तो उस आइडिया को आप डेवलप करो. ओके, एंड टेक इट इनटू अ फर्म, into a company, build it into a company and try and see whether the market will pay you for it. If it pays, you've got a business model that works, right? If consumers are willing to pay for your product or service, आपकी तो निकल पड़ी. अगर नहीं होता है at least the experience of trying to build a business will give you the understanding of how difficult or how easy it is to succeed in the business world. Okay, one of the problems in the MBA is that we teach case studies that are very successful. We don't teach case studies of failure. Okay, so आप उसका इम्पैक्ट आप लोगों पे क्या होता है कि आप सोचते हो कि सक्सेस बहुत आसान है, एंड यू थिंक दैट आई कम आउट इनटू द मार्केट एंड आई गेट इनटू अ कंपनी और मैं बस मतलब 10 साल में सीईओ बन जाऊंगा इस कंपनी का. व्हाट इज द बिग डील? बिकॉज मुझे पता है सीईओ कैसे सोचते हैं, मुझे पता, मैंने इतने केस स्टडीज पढ़े, मैंने जैक वेल्च के बारे में पढ़ा है, स्टीव जॉब्स के बारे में पढ़ा है. आपने वो मेहनत नहीं देखा है दैट हैज मेड देम व्हाट दे आर, you know. So I think it is more important for you to understand how hard or difficult it is to reach success. So उसमें आपके expectations manage होते हैं, उसमें आप critical thinking करते हो, और उसमें आप reality के साथ वाकिफ होते हो. And I think those are very very important life skills which you should do when you are in your student age. Okay, because बाद में क्या होता है, once you get into a नौकरी, you will not have the time to do this. I've had so many students in my class telling me कि सर 5 साल काम कर लूंगा, थोड़ा सा एक्सपीरियंस आ जाएगा, थोड़ा सा बैंक बैलेंस बढ़ जाएगा, उसके बाद में मैं अपना स्टार्टअप शुरू करता हूँ. मान लो मेरे से नहीं होता ये, बिकॉज बाय ईयर 5 यू आर सो यूज टू गेटिंग अ सैलरी ऑन द 30th ऑफ एवरी मंथ दैट अगर वो पैसे ना आए आपके अकाउंट में तो जीना मुश्किल हो जाता है. एंड अगर आपकी शादी हो गई एंड फैमिली कम्स इन द वे एंड ऑल दैट, तो फिर और भी आप रिस्क लेने से फिर आप ये करो, मुकर जाओगे. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दैट स्टूडेंट लाइफ में जब आप सिंगल हो, आपके पास स्टैमिना है, आप बहुत कुछ कर सकते हो, बैंडविड्थ बहुत है आपके पास, दैट्स अ टाइम व्हेन यू शुड हैव एक्सप्लोर्ड ऑल ऑफ दिस, सो दैट व्हेन यू आर आउट, व्हेन यू आर ग्रेजुएटिंग और यू ग्रेजुएटेड, 1-2 साल हो गए आपके ग्रेजुएशन तक, तब आप बहुत क्लियर हो कि आपको क्या करना चाहिए.
After listening to this, we can feel like how grateful we are to be a student at a time. Like अभी भी हमारे पास बहुत time है to do many experiments and things. So since you have been so close to students and academics, even you have also worked as a professor in some.
NMIMS in Mumbai.
So sir, we want to know, is there any thing that you have observed that we are lacking behind in our education system that we personally want to change in Indian education system?
So I think this is what there are a couple of subjects which are really not subjects, but they are life skills. Okay, so a little bit of introduction to philosophy, a little bit of introduction to economics, a little bit of introduction to finance, okay, and critical thinking. These are all things which are life skills. These are required at any stage, right? Where do you want philosophy? Philosophy informs your morals, okay? It forms your value system. When you have strong value systems, you understand what is fair and what is not fair. Okay, as a parent, I have 2 daughters. Okay, what can I give my parent? As a parent, what can I give my children? If I leave them 100 crores worth of property, they will blow it up in no time. Correct. So money, material life is a requirement, but what I need to give them is the ability to think correctly, to understand what is right and what is wrong. If I can give them that, even if I leave them with 0 rupees, they will curse me for a few years, but they will find their way. They will make a living out of whatever whatever profession they choose to be in. So I think philosophy is very important to set your morals and your ethics right. Okay, आपके दिल में अगर आपको पता है कि आप जो कर रहे हो वो गलत है, तो you are only going to contribute to the evil in the world. Okay, but and if you know that these are the right things to do, you will always look at it from that perspective, and you will always be a successful entrepreneur. Even if you're not a successful entrepreneur, at least you'll be a good human being, right? That's number one. To be a successful entrepreneur, you require financial skills, you require critical thinking skills, and you require a little understanding of economics. So these are 2 or 3 things that I think you should learn, whether it is a part of your academic curriculum or not. There is enough material on the internet. Okay, I'm happy to recommend books or articles or anything that you would want. There are so many things that you can read on the net and for free, that will shape your understanding of economics. Economics and finance is very very important in business. Okay, because you are going to be managing resources, you are going to be making decisions based on the very scarce resources that are available to you. अगर आप business करते हो, कोई भी business हो, startup हो या कोई भी business हो, आपने फार्मेसी की दुकान भी अगर लगा दी, ठीक है, आप अपना पैसा कैसे मैनेज करोगे, आप इन्वेंट्री कैसे मैनेज करोगे, ये आपको कोई कॉलेज में नहीं सिखाता. Okay, nobody will teach you this in BPharm. Nobody will teach you this in MBA. But these are life skills. Okay, this is where your understanding of finance and understanding of bookkeeping and understanding of economics becomes important. What should I do if I have 100 rupees and I need to I need to build inventory, or I need to change a light bulb in my shop? What is more important for me? How do you make a decision based on this? So those are things that you'll never learn in college. Those are things that you will learn when you have a little exposure to this. That's why I was saying that every student in college should have a startup, because nothing educates you like getting into the water. आप किनारे पे बैठ के आप तैरना नहीं सीख सकते हो. You have to actually get into the water, then only you will learn how to swim, right? So that's a little bit of philosophy from my side, but I think you understand what I'm saying.
So we can definitely connect to every of the words like you said. It was really very nice from the perspective.
Yes, sir. Sir, you are talking about the various articles and blogs about digital marketing, sir. So, sir, I was watching a podcast of Cred CEO Kunal Shah, sir, and they are talking about कि YouTube के ऊपर इतना content है जिसका मतलब जिसकी कोई limitations नहीं है, sir. There are lectures from the Stanford, sir, Stanford Business School, and lectures about the economics, about the finance, and about the marketing. And the views are the 600 and the 700. सोना वहां पड़ा है और किसी को कद्र भी नहीं है, सर. तो सर
बिल्कुल. So there are some things called as MOOCs, okay, massive open online courses. Coursera सुना होगा आपने, Udemy सुना होगा, Unacademy सुना होगा, edX सुना होगा. So you can actually listen to Harvard professors or Stanford professors or Princeton professors, some of the best colleges, the best professors in the world, taking classes on subjects that people pay $100,000 or $200,000 to attend. You can learn that, you can attend those classes for free. अगर आपको डिग्री नहीं चाहिए तो आपको पैसा नहीं देना पड़ता है. These are open courses. So the amount of information, जैसे आप बोल रहे हो लोकेश, the amount of information that is available on the internet is massive. Okay, and it is, I think, one of the most important things that people, also youngsters like you, should understand is that building up your knowledge and building up your information is not anybody else's responsibility. It is your own responsibility. आपको कोई दौड़ा दौड़ा के नहीं बोलेगा कि ये पढ़ो ये पढ़ो ये पढ़ो, ये ऐसा नहीं होता है. फिर तो आप कॉलेज में ही हो, ठीक है, कॉलेज में आपके प्रोफेसर्स बोलते हैं ये पढ़ो ये पढ़ो ये पढ़ो, आप नहीं पढ़ते हो. तो अगर ओनस आपके अंदर नहीं है, आपके अंदर आपको वो महसूस नहीं हो रहा है कि मुझे और जानना है इसके बारे में, आई एम क्यूरियस, आई वुड लाइक टू नो. Okay, because one of the things that I find amongst youngsters is that reading is not a habit at all. Very few people actually read books. Okay, and today I have realized, so over a period of time, I used to tell my kids, you should read and you should read, and I'm an avid reader, so I love reading, and I would tell them, please read books, please read books. Then I realized that books are not the only source of information for them. They are far more updated by looking at listening to podcasts, looking at videos, okay, following some social media influencers and all that. They are, because content is getting updated in real time. Okay, and by the time a book is written, it is, वो event हो चुका है, वो पुराना है, वो history है. आज ताजा ताजा जो हो रहा है आपको एक्सेस है वो इन्फॉर्मेशन. सो ऑल यू नीड इज टू कन्विंस योरसेल्फ कि यार मुझे ये जानना है, मेरे को ये टॉपिक में बहुत इंटरेस्ट है, और आई नीड टू बिल्ड अ सर्टेन लेवल ऑफ एक्सपर्टीज. और आपके पास सारे टूल्स एंड फैसिलिटीज अवेलेबल हैं. You just have to reach out and grab it. So I think that's a very important part.
So thank you, sir, for your valuable time, sir, and
No
hope
problem.
we will see you again, sir, on the podcast, sir.
Happy to be here. Thank you very much for inviting me. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.